Money on my mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Pool Lock YouTube channel. I'm James Locke. Today we're going to answer some of the Ask James questions of the day. First question is from James. It's a great name. I always love it when we get questions from other Jameses. And he says, I have a 403b account, so do the same rules apply to me as having a 401k, or is it different? All right, James, great question about 403b account and really how it compares to a 401k. Let's dive deeper into those details, especially from the perspective of retirement income and the income strategies and keeping that reduced risk in mind. The 403b account is indeed similar to a 401k in many respects, but there are some nuances you should be aware of depending on where you work and how your plan is structured. If you're a teacher or employed by a municipality, as is common with 403bs, you're typically limited to investing in mutual funds and annuities. Now, this limitation is actually a part of the legislation, right, which governs these types of retirement plans. Now, the upside here is that if you're interested in using annuities to generate guaranteed income during retirement, you do have that option available within your 403b plan. However, there are many drawbacks to consider as well. Municipal 403b plans often restrict your investment choices to a select list of mutual funds and annuities offered by specific vendors. Now, this limitation is put in place to streamline administration costs and ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. If the mutual fund or annuity you prefer isn't on the approved list, you may not have the flexibility to invest in it through your 403b. Now, if you work in a different sector, such as a medical facility, your 403b plan might have a different set of options. Some medical facilities offer 403b plans that resemble traditional 401k plans with a broader array of investment choices. However, annuity options may still be limited or unavailable, depending on the specific plan rules set by your employer. So, what does that mean for you? It means you need to evaluate your 403b options carefully, especially with retirement income in mind. If your goal is to minimize risk and volatility while maximizing income, consider the available mutual funds and annuities within your plan. Look for options that align with your risk tolerance and income needs as you approach retirement. If the investment choices within your 403b don't fully meet your retirement income goals, you may want to consider rolling over some or all of your 403b funds into an IRA, individual retirement account, once you retire or change jobs. Now, the IRA typically offers more flexibility in terms of investment choices, including a wider range of income-generating options like bonds, dividend-paying stocks, other conservative investments. Ultimately, whether you're dealing with a 401k or a 403b, the key is to understand the options available to you, assess their suitability for your retirement income strategy, and make informed decisions that align with your financial goals. Great question. Thanks. If you would like to send in your question, you can do so by emailing them to poollock@poollock.com. All right, let's get to our second question. Our second question is from George, and he says, you mentioned that as a general rule, you can't take money out of your IRA until you reach 59 and a half. What is the exception to this rule? That's a great question, George. Let's explore the exception in more detail, especially as it relates to retirement income strategies focused on reducing that risk and volatility. So I've mentioned before, the general rule is that you cannot take money out of your IRA penalty-free until you reach age 59 and a half. However, there's a notable exception under Section 72T of the IRS Code. This exception allows you to take withdrawals from your IRA before age 59 and a half without the usual 10% early withdrawal penalty, but there are some conditions. Under Section 72T, you can start taking substantially equal periodic payments, SEPPs, from your IRA at any age, provided you adhere to one of three IRS-approved distribution methods: the required minimum distribution method, the fixed amortization method or the fixed annuitization method. Each method calculates your withdrawals based on your life expectancy or a predetermined amortization schedule. Now, here's the catch. While this exception offers flexibility in terms of when you can start without funds, without withdrawing funds penalty free, it's not as flexible as simply retiring at 55 and using your 401k. Why? Because once you start an SEPP withdrawal, you must continue taking them for the longer of 5 years or until you reach age 59 and a half, whichever is longer. This means you can't adjust your withdrawals freely based on changing financial needs or market conditions. However, with careful planning and the guidance of a knowledgeable accountant or retirement advisor, you can structure your SEPP withdrawals to align closely with your retirement income goals. They can help you choose the method that best fits your financial situation and ensures you meet your income needs while minimizing tax implications. It's important to note that while SEPPs offer a way to access IRA funds early without penalties, they require careful consideration and adherence to IRS rules. Making an error in your calculations or prematurely modifying your withdrawals could result in costly penalties and tax consequences. In summary, the exception under Section 72T provides a valuable option for accessing IRA funds before age 59 and a half, penalty-free. But it requires disciplined planning and adherence to IRS guidelines if you're considering this strategy. Consulting with a financial professional is highly recommended to ensure it aligns with your long-term retirement income needs. Thanks for the awesome questions. As always, if you would like to send in your questions, you can do so by emailing them to poollock@poollock.com. And if you like what you heard, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. I'm James Locke, your retirement income source. I'll see you next time.
Money on my mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine. Retirement is near, don't you live in fear. Listen up, my friend, let me make it clear. Savings in the bank.